Hello, and welcome to Legacy Lane. Today, Legacy Lane presents Who is Enlil, son of Anu, and god of air, wind, storms, kingship, and divine command. Enlil does not burst onto the scene fully formed. Rather, he emerges from the very dawn of written history. The earliest mentions of his name appear on clay tablets dating back to the Uruk period, around 4000 to 3100 BCE. These first texts are simple administrative lists, records of grain, livestock, and temple goods. Yet even in these mundane accounts, the name Enlil carries weight, often associated with the most important temple and the city of Nippur. From the beginning, he was no minor spirit but central. His house required careful accounting. In the Sumerian pantheon, Enlil held immense authority, second only to his father, Anu. Anu was the remote sky father, but Enlil wielded that power on earth. He formed a supreme triad with Anu and Enki, the clever god of water, wisdom, and magic. Together they governed sky, the earth and air, and the waters. En means lord, Lil means wind or spirit. He was literally the lord of the wind. Every great god needs a home on earth, and for Enlil, that home was the city of Nippur. Located in what is now southern Iraq, Nippur was no ordinary city. It was not a political capital like Ur or Babylon. Its power was entirely spiritual. Nippur was the sacred center where rival city-states came to worship the king of the gods, a neutral hub, Vatican City of ancient Mesopotamia. At its heart stood the Ekur, the house of the mountain, where heaven and earth met, a cosmic axis mundi connecting mortal and divine. Priests could ascend closer to the heavens, and the god could descend to his people. Excavations at Nufar show successive rebuilding across millennia. Foundation deposits named rulers like Ur-Nammu and Hammurabi, proclaiming they rebuilt the Ekur. History and religion were literally bonded, propaganda as bedrock. The Ekur was an economic giant, lands, cattle, sheep, employing priests, scribes, artisans, and laborers. Its tablets record offerings of grain, beer, oil, and precious metals, a divine corporation with Enlil as silent chairman. Life within the walls of the Ekur was a meticulously choreographed performance of devotion. The day began before dawn, with rituals to purify the temple. The statue of Enlil was treated as the living embodiment of the god. Priests awakened, washed, and clothed him in magnificent robes. Disruption risked divine anger and disaster. Offerings were the lifeblood of the temple. Twice a day, elaborate meals were set before Enlil. The god consumed their essence. Afterward, the meals sustained the temple workforce. Inscriptions give us a detailed historical menu of what it took to please a god. Hymns, songs of the heart's appeasement, filled the temple air with lyres, harps, and drums. They praised Enlil's power, recounted his deeds, and tied public works and victories directly to his blessing. Festivals drew pilgrims, processions gave the public a rare closeness to their aloof Lord of the Wind. Enlil's primary role was the god of wind and storms. In Mesopotamia, the wind could be mercy or menace. His mood meant prosperity or ruin. The Sumerians called his command the word that stills the heavens. From air and weather flowed a second role, ultimate sovereign, king of the gods. He held the tablet of destinies. When the Anzu bird stole it, the cosmos reeled until order returned. His kingship extended to mortals. No ruler truly reigned without Enlil's call. He served as divine judge. His commands formed cosmic law. In the flood myth, he decrees humanity's destruction, stern, sometimes wrathful, absolute. Yet order maintained was his cosmic duty. Perhaps the most famous story involving Enlil is the Great Flood. Humanity's noise and ceaseless activity ascend to the heavens and irritate Enlil. He persuades the gods to unleash a flood to silence mortals. But the wise Enki pities humankind. He secretly warns a righteous man, Ziusudra Utnapishtim, to build a boat. When waters cover the earth, the Ark becomes the sole vessel of survival. Enlil is furious, survivors remain. Other gods argue total annihilation was too extreme. 19th century tablet discoveries revealed a Mesopotamian predecessor to biblical accounts. In the Enlil story, he is shown in a poor light, judged and banished. Gods are bound by law. In the cursing of Agad, sacking Enlil's temple brings famine and chaos, a warning to kings. Enlil, agent of destruction, and Enki, preserver, create a lasting dramatic tension in the pantheon. The connection between Enlil and kingship was the bedrock of Mesopotamian political ideology. A king needed more than an army and a crown. He needed Enlil-ship, Nam Enlil La. Early rulers proclaimed Enlil had chosen them and handed them the shepherd's crook. The stele credits victory to Enlil after the king's prayer. Hammurabi's laws open by naming Anu and Enlil as those who designated him to make justice prevail. The code becomes enactment of Enlil's will. Kings of Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, even Assyria, honored Enlil by rebuilding the Ekur. The rod measured justice, the ring-bound community, symbols of divine authority bestowed upon rulers. Legitimate power flowed from the heavens, from Enlil, to his chosen steward on earth. Investing in Nippur was political theatre and sacred duty, solidifying claims over Mesopotamia. This was the ultimate celestial endorsement, transforming mortal leadership into sacred stewardship. While Enlil began as a Sumerian god, his influence outgrew any single people or era. Under Sargon, the Akkadians adapted the Sumerian pantheon, yet retained Enlil at its head. Kings claimed King of Sumer and Akkad, only with Enlil's blessing at Nippur. Later, Babylon exalted Marduk, challenging Enlil's supremacy. The Enuma Elish recast creation. Marduk wins, the gods, even Enlil, cede powers and titles. Enlil's authority transferred. Marduk became Lord of the Winds. In Assyria, Ashur absorbed Enlil's attributes. Kings invoked both to legitimize rule. Archives show hymns to Enlil persisted alongside newer cults. Nippur remained supported as late as the 7th century BCE, though prestige declined. The Lord of the Wind was not toppled in a day, but slowly overshadowed. Ambitious successors rose. Enlil's name became a title, Supreme Lord, echoing through changing ages. The worship of Enlil faded with the fall of native empires. New rulers brought new gods and beliefs. Cuneiform preserved his story for millennia, then vanished, replaced by alphabets. The Lord of the Wind fell silent for 2,000 years. His rediscovery was an intellectual adventure. Archaeologists unearthed, scholars deciphered. Enlil was reborn as history. His wrath, judgment, and power reveal the minds of the world's first city dwellers. The Great Flood found new life in traditions read by billions. He is a ghost in our cultural machine, an influence felt even if unnamed in prayer. Today, Enlil lives in museums, in Assyriology, and in imaginations. His hymns are artifacts, his temple a destination, and a whisper. The final faint whispers of the Lord of the Wind remind us that all power recedes like the tide. Thank you for joining me today on a walk down Legacy Lane. Join me next time as we continue to explore the stories that shaped the world. Until then, take care and keep walking in your own legacy lane.